just had to add a little excitement since our topic is Easter chicks. Couldn't resist. All right, so yesterday we read about Easter chicks and just the harm that is caused not specifically from the dye, but the fact that people buy these chicks and then they're kind of like, okay, they're old news and they can't really do much with them because animal shelters usually don't take them. So on Tuesday, we're going to be color coding with yellow and green. And the question is about the photograph. The photograph next to the selection suggests. All right, so take a look at that photograph. We looked at it a little bit on Monday. It says chicks can be dyed with food dye or non-toxic hair dye. It says the photograph next to the selection suggests A, that the dye used to color chicks is unsafe. Okay, we don't get that from that photograph, so it's not A. Grab my pencil. B says the only colors used to dye Easter chicks are purple, yellow, green, and blue. Okay, well, our photograph is in black and white, but I know from my own schema and background knowledge that I've seen pink, I've seen teal, I've seen orange, so that's probably not right. C, 2 ways someone can dye an Easter chick at Easter. Well, we see it could be dyed with food dye or hair dye, maybe. D, the process for dyeing chicks is difficult. Okay, so we don't really see anything about the process in that photograph. So our best answer, even though it's primarily from the caption, I honestly can hardly see what's happening. I see like a little chick's face, but I know from that caption that the photograph is probably supporting that caption that 2 ways someone can dye a chick at Easter is food dye or hair dye. So with my yellow, I'm going to outline that photograph because that is my evidence. And I love when the question tells you what the evidence is, then it's just up to you to think. Check out number 2. Which sentence from the selection shows that experts believe the process of dyeing chicks is not harmful? Okay, that was a lot. I'm gonna read it one more time. When questions are that long, read it over and over until you really understand. Which sentence from the selection shows, okay, I'm gonna circle shows, that experts, I'm going to underline, experts believe the process of dyeing chicks is not harmful. Anytime we see not in a question, I'm going to circle it, not harmful. All right, so let's take a look. I'm thinking in my own mind, which would show me that it's safe? The opposite, if something is not harmful, it is safe. Soon the chickens are neglected or are abandoned. Does that show that it's not harmful? No. Dyeing baby chicks at Easter has been a long tradition. Is that showing that dyeing them is safe? No. Some people believe this process stresses the birds and turns them into holiday playthings that are quickly discarded. Is that safe? No. D. There are many people who don't believe it is safe for the chicks even though the dye used is non-toxic and scientists say the bird's health is not affected. Okay, that is proving that the dye is non-toxic, so it's not going to harm the chicks, and it says the bird's health is not affected. So the correct answer is D. In my passage, that evidence, it was towards the beginning. It is the third sentence. There are many people who don't believe it is safe for the chicks, even though the dye used is non-toxic, and scientists say the bird's health is not affected. That's what you're underlining in green. All right, take a look at your exit ticket. A synonym is a word that has the same or almost the same meaning. Okay, if we don't know that by now, okay, this has been on almost every passage about synonyms. List 3 synonyms for the word long. All right, good luck, and I will see you tomorrow.